Sorry, mate. Is anyone here, apart from me, is anyone here tonight on drugs? Yeah! I've been experimenting a lot with drugs, especially during the lockdown. Just giving them to my kids, seeing what they come up with. Right. I get bored easy. I don't like reading. I don't like books. I don't like World Book Day. I don't enjoy it. It was World Book Day, I don't know when it was, a little while back. And I took my daughter to school because it is a legal requirement. And she was dressed as Matilda for World Book Day. Matilda from the books, not from the movie, because she likes to rub it in my face about how she can read. And I took her to school, and one of the other kids, they were waiting to go into class, one of the kids said to me, "Why haven't you dressed up for World Book Day?" And my daughter, quick as a flash, because of all the drugs, she said he has dressed up. He's come as Hagrid. No! Don't clap her! I hate it! I don't look like Hagrid. I don't. I look like his Middle Eastern cousin. Hagrid. That's his name. That's his real name. That's his real name. She didn't understand it, look. She's not that smart. So that's it. That's my only joke. No more jokes. I'm here to talk to you about my favourite movie. My favourite movie is Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay, good. Didn't know if any young people had seen it. If you are unaware, you haven't seen it. It's a Robin Williams movie, and his character gets divorced and isn't happy with visitation rights to see his children, so he dresses up, not in like a Fathers for Justice way, in like a Widow Twanky way, and he dresses as a nanny so that he can see his kids more. Now it sounds quite problematic, okay, but I assure you that the humour in the movie is much more along the lines of "Oh no, my boobs are on fire," and much less "Hey lady, why'd you got a cock?" What I'm trying to say is, any transphobia in the movie is very tastefully done. That's all I'm trying to say. It stood the test of time. It's fine to watch Mrs. Doubtfire. Apart from being a very funny movie, it also has a real heartfelt message to it. Was that you? Did you belch? That was amazing. I liked it. I had to stop for it. Wow, it stopped me in my tracks. Dude, you do that all the time? Amazing. I liked it. Don't do it anymore. That's fine. Completely threw me. What was I talking about? Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes, very funny movie. Got a heartfelt message. It shows you that even if your parents break up, they don't love each other anymore, they still love you. And to someone from a broken home, that is a really comforting message. The only problem is, my parents are still together. So I've never really got to enjoy Mrs. Doubtfire on that higher level. I've always been very jealous of other children whose parents aren't together anymore. Like, I remember at school, I had this friend, his parents were going through a divorce, and he used to say to me, "What? Can you just shut the hell up about Mrs. Doubtfire? You've got no idea what I'm going through, how difficult it is." And it did get to me. I did think, maybe it is a bit inappropriate of me to enjoy that movie so much. So I tried to break my parents up. Like, I tried to do the right thing, you know? And, I got pretty close, to be honest. Like, my parents are very, very different. Like, my mum is Indian, my dad is Turkish. That's two very different cultures in my household growing up. So my Muslim father would say, "Don't eat pigs, they're dirty." My Hindu mother would say, "Don't eat anything. Might be a granddad." So I used that against them, all right? Whenever my mum was cooking, I'd get hold of like an empty bottle and I'd go, "Oh, Dad, Mum's put wine in the dinner. That's not very respectful." Or I'd chuck in a couple of pork chops and I'd be like, "Oh, Dad, what's this meat? Tastes so filthy." He never knew. And one time, I got hold of my auntie's wedding ring and I put it in the dinner because all of my schemes were food-based as a very unimaginative child. Because I wanted my mum to think that my auntie had come back as a curry. Because I didn't really understand how reincarnation worked. She wasn't even dead. But thankfully it had the desired effect. It turns out my mum was really, really upset at the idea of my dad eating my auntie out. And I don't like it. I don't like it either. And it got them into marriage counselling. Well, family therapy. I had to go as well. The counsellor said something like I had difficulty like finding the difference between reality and movie fantasy or something. I can't remember. Whatever it wasn't in the script, and I didn't like it. So my parents stayed together. It didn't affect me. I'm fine, by the way. I'm fine. I'm married. I'm actually married now. Didn't mess me up. I'm married now. One, you haven't been listening, so, like, you approve. Everyone else is like, that poor woman. But I don't wear a wedding ring because it does make it very difficult to meet other women when you do. So leave that off. But I'm married to an English woman. Full English, she is. She doesn't like it when I call her that. Old Brecky Baps. She doesn't like it. But it is true. It's correct. Because she did she was sorting out her family tree. So I don't know what it was. I didn't really pay attention. But she wanted to find out her family tree, and she spat in a tube and sent it off to Ancestry.com or something to find out where she was really from. And it told her 100% British Bulldog. She doesn't like that one either. Don't call her that. But it just opened up this whole new world to me of people doing DNA tests and finding out their family trees and finding out they're 1/16 Welsh, going on Facebook and going, "Oh, I never realised I was mixed race." That's not mixed race! You don't get to join the struggle. That's so funny. Because I don't want to bring you all down too much, but I will be offended if you don't feel sorry for me. But I'm mixed race. I told you where my parents are from, so I had a little bit of a difficult upbringing in Kent because they're full of cunts. And so I was, honestly, if I'm mixed race, my kids by default are going to be mixed race. And I was a little bit worried about them growing up, but I don't have to be because they've come out very white. They're going to be fine. Absolutely fine. They've got all of the culture, but none of it shows. They're going to be all right in life. I am a little bit scared of them, mainly because my daughter looks like the little girl from The Ring. She's got very long, dark hair from me, got very pale skin from my wife. She won't wear anything but hospital gowns. Frightening. I remember the birth was very traumatic, watching her try and claw her way out. Like she was trying to escape the TV. Oh, my God. I can't go near a static TV anymore. And my wife, she thinks it's hilarious. She finds it's funny. She uses it against me. Every time it's my turn to sleep in, she'll go down and make breakfast with the kids, and she'll send up my daughter every time to wake me, bring me down for breakfast. She'll go bring your dad down for breakfast. But hang on a minute, just come here. She'll get all her hair. She'll go bring your father down for breakfast. She creeps into the bedroom, puts a hand on my shoulder, and just goes, "Come join us, Daddy." I cannot tell you the amount of times I've pissed the bed. I thought that might dissuade my wife from scaring me, but she finds it so funny, she just invested in a mattress protector. can't stop it. I don't know why she does it. I don't know why she likes scaring me so much. I think they might be like revenge scarings. Because I frighten her all the time, and like not on purpose. Like I'll just walk in the room and she jumps. And I haven't been able to figure it out, okay? And this was all through lockdown. Every time I came in the room, she jumped. I'm like, it's only me there. Right? And the kids. And like, I know I don't look like the kind of person that wouldn't hit their wife. But it's not that. It's not that, all right? I don't know why she's afraid of me. I've been like, why do you jump every time I come in the room? She hasn't got an answer. I'm starting to get a complex about it, okay? And I know it's going to sound ridiculous to some people, but once it gets in your head, it's really hard to get out of there. I'm starting to worry that it might be racially motivated. Like, I can't... Once it's in there, it's really hard to get out. And, like, I've had to do a pros and cons list as to whether my wife is racist or not. I think about it too much. So, like, on the pros list, which is probably not, just in case you needed it explaining, she married me, right? It's a pretty big one. Gets a lot of brownie points for that one. Literally. Took you a long time to get it, didn't it? And but on the cons list, every time I walk into a room, she will grab her handbag a little bit tighter. So I don't know which one it's going to be. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but when, every day it goes over and over and over in your head. Sometimes I lie awake thinking about this, and I've thought, she can't be racist. But what if she is? What just there's that tiny little probability she could be? I couldn't stay with her. We'd have to divorce. And the only consolation from that is that my children will get to enjoy Mrs. Doubtfire on that higher level. So, yeah, that's nice, isn't it? All neat and done up.